And welcome back to Daybreak, everybody. We have a very special guest in today. This is Jeff Jensen. He's the owner of the Reptile Zone. Been working with reptiles for how many years, Jeff?
Almost 41 years.
41 years. Very cool. And you brought some to show us. You brought a whole bunch of really cool animals, so let's get right to it here.
All right.
Who do you have right here?
Well, this is Shelly. Originally, Shelly was a girl. Turtles and some lizards can be temperature sexed in incubation to being male or female, and he was supposed to be a she, so I named him Shelly, and 5 years later he turned out to be a he. So I've had him for 7 years. He's just a little over 21 pounds. They will get to be over 150 to 200 pounds fully grown.
That's a very tough shell, right?
They are.
Yeah. What do they do? What do they eat usually?
They're opportunistic eaters. They're from Africa, and so they'll eat anything that comes in their way vegetation-wise. I feed them a wide variety from cactus pads to haze, dandelions. He loves dandelion greens. So just almost anything.
Very cool. And we have a little one here too as well. This is how old is Shelly here? How old is Shelly?
Shelly is 7 years old, and this young one is about 7 to 8 weeks old.
Look at how small.
He's cute.
He is very cute. Lauren likes holding the little one here. This is and they just grow. How big can they get here?
Well, the maximum recorded is 250 pounds.
Can I pet this one? Is that
absolutely.
Okay? Yeah.
They can feel through their shell. The carapace is on the top, the plastron's on the bottom.
And can you tell me, how strong are their bites, too? They have really strong jaws, these turtles?
Well, I've never wanted to find out, but yeah, they, I'm sure, because they bite through some fairly tough material. Cactus is a very, especially in the wild, is fairly tough, and I've seen them decimate a squash or a cantaloupe with no problems. So yeah,
very cool.
It's pretty strong.
Very cool. Well, let's bring on in the next animal that we have here. Come on in. We have this is your son, right?
This is my son, Eric.
Cool.
And this is a female red-tailed boa.
Oh my gosh.
There's a very good chance that she's gravid.
Lauren, why are you backing away?
I'm just going to hang out right here.
This reminds Lauren of one of her ex-boyfriends, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit more doable than the tortoise.
Right?
She's probably pregnant. There's a very good chance. I have 2 more at the shop, male and a female. The female there is also probably
Can I try
pregnant.
to put
Oh,
her
absolutely.
on the neck here?
Oh, golly.
Oh, boy. I've never done this before, actually.
Well, I've never put a snake on a TV personality before, so.
Let's see if we can get the, see if we can get the mouth here. Now, these snakes are, what do they eat? I mean, that's probably a stupid question, but.
Well, anything you put in there, but at this time, they're eating very, very large rats. They can eat, small rabbits. Fully grown, this guy can be as much as 12 feet.
Now, how often do you have to feed them? Because you don't have to feed them that often, do you?
Well, I feed him once a week, but since she's gravid, she's eaten about twice a week or once a month, depending on, her demeanor and what it is that she's wanting at the time. So they let you know.
Now they shed. This is a very heavy snake. Like this is a lot of weight on the shoulders here. How heavy can they get?
At a full grown 12 pounds, I'd probably hazard a guess about 50 pounds.
Okay. Now are these types of animals cheaper to take care of than like let's say a cat or a dog?
Oh, absolutely. If you're looking at 1 rat a month at $5, that's a whole lot cheaper than a cat or a dog, and they just require heat. They don't have special lighting needs, and so yeah, very much cheaper.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right. What else do you have to show us here? I'll get. Wow, that licked my finger. I think and it's going around my neck.
She hasn't eaten today, so.
Oh yeah, great. Thanks, Jeff. Lauren, you can come back,
okay.
Lauren. All right.
This is a bearded dragon. This guy's just happens to be named Lardbutt because he's a little overweight. He was brought in by a
His
customer.
name's Lardbutt.
Yeah, I know it's not the most appropriate, but it's the most fitting. And bearded dragons are by far the most gentle, the most inquisitive. I've got people that bring theirs in. They've had them on their dash.
Could you set him down right here? Maybe we can get a nice close-up shot of him there.
On the dash of their vehicle, and they come into the store wearing them. By far, one of my very favorite reptiles.
So tell me, where do they come from?
They come from Australia. There's two different species, inland and coastal bearded dragons. Take high heat requirements, high UVB and UVA. They eat vegetable material, crickets, roaches, mealworms. They're incredible, very inquisitive. Very
Are they
personable.
similar to snakes as far as the care and far as the expense for taking care of them?
You need to feed these guys on a daily basis. One of the things I like about snakes, and I've always liked, is that I call them the poor man's pet, because if you can't afford to feed them 1 week, as long as they're kept warm and hydrated, they can go 2 weeks. I have a ball python at the store that went 5 months without eating, his choice, not mine. So
Very cool.
And what does this guy eat?
again, crickets, roaches, mealworms, all sorts of different type of green material.
And then this guy up here, he's been changing colors as we've been talking.
That's one of my male veiled chameleons. They're really an awesome animal. They don't tolerate the handling. They're really great display. I've got females at the store that have bred and laid eggs. I've got 78 incubating right now in the store. So, in fact, I've got quite a large selection of breeding animals. The savus that I have down here as well are going to be a breeding.
We'll go ahead and bring those out really quick here, real quick. And while you're bringing them out, these are endangered, right?
Right. They were put on the endangered species list this past March. They're from the island of Savu in Indonesia. They were discovered in 1993. This is an adult male.